There is a mitzvah min haTorah, a biblical obligation to recite Kriat Shema twice daily. The pasuk in Shema says, "Uv'shach b'cha uv'kumecha," and the Gemara learns out from there that it should be that Shema should be recited b'shas shchiva and b'shas kima. That at the time when people are lying down to go to sleep, and the time when people are waking up, we should recite the Kriat Shema. That, of course, means that once in the evening and once in the morning. Once in the evening when people are going to sleep, and once in the morning when people are waking up. The exact timing, what that refers to, will be discussed at a later point. However, we first encounter the brachos of Kriat Shema. The Mishnah in Brachos on Daf Yud Aleph writes that prior to reciting the Shema in the evening, we recite 2 brachos, and we recite 2 brachos following the Shema in the evening. And in the morning, we recite 2 brachos in the prior to Shema and 1 bracha after Shema, totaling 7 birchos Kriat Shema, which brackets each time we say Shema. And Rashi cites the Yerushalmi that bases this number 7 off of a pasuk in Tehillim. David HaMelech writes in Tehillim Kuf Yud Tes, the very long Tehillim, David HaMelech writes, Sheva b'yom hilalticha al mishpat hetzikecha, that there are 7 times a day I praise you with the laws of your righteousness, which the Gemara learns out. The laws of your righteousness refers to Kriat Shema, and those 7 times of praise refer to the 7 brachos of Kriat Shema. So this number of 7 birchos Kriat Shema is very exact and is based off of this pasuk of Tehillim. So just as we're about to read those laws, it's appropriate that we recite these 7 brachos of praise. Now, in regards to the essence of what some of these brachos do, so obviously they are praise of HaKadosh Baruch Hu, and they are praise that reflect some of the content of Kriat Shema itself. But the Gemara points out there is one fundamental attribute that must be pointed out, that must be focused on as part of the Birchos Kriat Shema. And that is, the Gemara writes, K'dei lahaskir midas yom b'layla u'midas layla b'yom. That it's necessary, it's essential in these brachos that during the day we mention night, and during the night we mention day. Right? So in the morning brachos, we mention in the bracha, Yotzer or Uvari Choshech, that God who creates light, that who fashions light and creates darkness. Right, and at the night bracha we write the bracha says Golol or Choshech l'Choshech or, that he literally rolls, or he changes over light for darkness and darkness for light. Why is that so fundamental? So the Maharsha points out, and that is that the whole essence, of course, of Shema is Kabbalas Ol Malchus Shemaim, is Yichud Hashem, is accepting the yoke of heaven, is accepting and is remembering and is mentioning the oneness of God. Right. Shema Yisrael Hashem Elokeinu Hashem Echad. That's the essence of Shema. So one could mistakenly think that perhaps, right, like some of the Apikorasim would think at the time that the Gemara points out, right, that some Apikorasim would think that there are 2 separate gods, God forbid, right, that there are 2 separate gods, one for the day and one for the night. So therefore, the Maharsha says we need, for this point of Yichud Hashem, of recognizing that there's only one God, during the day we specifically make mention that it's the same God who creates day and the same God creates night. It's not a God of day and a God of night. There's one God who creates both day and night. That's the essence of what Shema is, and therefore it's fundamental in the brachos themselves to make sure, again, both at night to mention day and at day to mention night for that reason. So, in summary, right, we must say Kriat Shema twice daily. It's bracketed based off this pasuk in Tehillim, quoting the Yerushalmi. It's bracketed by a total of 7 brachos and of praise of Hashem, and we are sure to mention Hashem's koach, Hashem's strength, Hashem's rulership over both day and night in order to emphasize this theme of Shema, which is ultimately recognizing that God is one and that Kabbalas Ol Malchus Shemayim. Have a fantastic